Peace unto you, Israel. Peace unto you. This is a new Yes from Israel. Hebrew on the island too. I got a quick one for you. Tired of being the table. I had another thumbnail, but trying to be politically correct. I don't want YouTube, hey, let's get them. So I just put a more calm thumbnail on. Excuse me. Hope all you guys are doing good. Think I forgot. This is the cross sticks. This is Tav. This is the 400 numeric value of the Phoenician alphabet. It's also in the Babylonian, most likely in the, of course, in the Paleo. But I only study Phoenician grammar. Stop thinking this is the pirate symbol. This is our alphabet. It means purity. It means becoming one. Ezekiel 37, the two houses, house of Judah, house of Israel, becoming one. And then the Babylonian, it's the Tau, T-A-W. In Phoenician, it's T-A-V. In Babylonian, it's T-A-W, Tau, and it means a covenantal signature. You have a covenant, which is about what I'm getting ready to speak about. Purity, becoming one. You need to be pure. To the best, strive to be pure to the best of your ability, and unity. When will Israelites unite? The whole game plan of our biblical enemies is for us not to unite. Let's don't do what they do, pump shoulders and nah, this is us. Forget about Wakanda, okay? Okay, I got a group on very quick. It's not going to be a long one either. It's going to be pretty short. I saw something that brought something to me that we need to always have in our coconuts. Excuse the noise. Remember, I'm not in my house. This is like my second house. But my first house, there won't be no noise and stuff like that. Mary on deck. Nice to have you. Tracy Walker on deck. Wow. Oh, Tracy. Oh, let me see my glasses. These are computer. Oh, Tracy's on deck. Wow. Always good to see you. Jug Baby, good to see you. All praise to the Most High Creator. Avatar on deck. I don't see wife. Oh, I see wife, mother, daughter on deck. Excellent. Danny Ream on deck. Young King, excellent soldier on deck. Just give a few more. We're going to give him, even though this is going to be short, we're going to give him a few minutes more since so many of you came on right away. Greet each other. Just wait a second. This one person said, hey, the last video I did, hey, you didn't tell me, or whatever, because it was going to be a short video, but I promised that I would notify people. So I will notify them again. I'm on live now. I don't know if you can come on. If you could, come on. We're going to be starting. We're at 3 minutes, 44 seconds. We're starting like in 6 minutes. Not 6 minutes, but when 6, 7 minutes come, we're going to start. So try to come on if you want to. If not, watch it later. Last one. Okay, hold on. Yes, Mary, I would love to gather with all the Hebrew Israelites, But this is the way we can gather. So you know what? Remember in Deuteronomy chapter 1, the Most High, when he looked down in Deuteronomy 3, he says, I'm going to release these Israelites from these demonic Egyptians. But then as soon as he released them, they started complaining. And the Most High said, I ain't letting none of these niggas live. None of them are going to make it. None of them going to make it in. So the Most High, he don't like complaining. So I ain't going to complain. Even though I like I want to commune with you guys in person. You know, we're unable to right now. So this is what he has allowed us to communicate, and I'm very grateful. Mary, okay, you're in Kentucky. Kentucky Fried Chicken. General Sanders, he probably is a Negro. They lie all the time. Uh, Tracy, you're in North Carolina. I visited North Carolina one time. I think I went when I was like 12 years old. My aunt took me over there to visit her brother. And where was it? Not in Glassboro. It was in uh, Glassboro. I don't know. Maybe one of them. Just like Jamaica. I went to Jamaica twice. The first time I liked it, and then I went back since I liked it, and then it was terrible the second time. Jamaicans bothered me trying to sell me ganja every second and stuff like that when I left the hotel and stuff. So I didn't like it, and police got involved and stuff. So I was like, I don't like Jamaica. It's beautiful. I didn't like it. But when I went to North Carolina, with my uncle on this whole road where he lived at, his wife and his wife's whole family had houses on there. So it was comfortable when I went outside Goldsboro. No, Glassboro. It was Glassboro, I think. But anyway, on that road, it was peaceful. I went outside, I was shooting his rifle in the backyard and stuff like that. But then when I left their road, it was a long road with it was only their family on this road. And when I left that road, I went to the corner store, not the corner store, like across the road, like to that like highway road. I went into a store, and apparently it was owned by demon pale demons. So I went in there, and I'm young. I'm 12 years old. I come from New Jersey, so it's not that it's racist there, but not to that thick level like at that time. I don't know if it's the same now. It's 2022, but when I crossed the street and I went in there with my little change in my hand, in my old not so nice clothes, and I'm asking him, "Oh, can I have this?" And he's looking at me, he's throwing shit down on the counter, and there was a whole bunch of other demon number sixes around. And even at that young age, I don't know, I was 10 or 12, whatever, I looked at them and I already knew, even from that age, I'm like, it looks like these guys don't like me. It's like they want to hurt me or something. And I was like, oh shit. And then I never liked North Carolina, just like Jamaica. Yeah, like, F those places. Anyway. Kentucky is actually fun. Yeah, it's probably because it's more modern times. When I went and when I was 12, I'm 56, getting ready to be 57. So when I went when I was like 12, 10 years old, that was a long time ago. That it was ornery back then. Yes, Tracy, anything is possible. Listen, in Proverbs 16, and I'm going to start. Those people didn't come on. I wasn't able to reach them. I'm going to start this. I'm just going to mention this to you. Bruit, sis, happy to meet you. See you again. Tav, peace, unity, purity, and unity. All right. That's the 400 numeric value of the Phoenician alphabet. And this means the covenantal signature in the Babylonian Hebrew. So I greet you with purity because we need to be pure and we need to be together. Unity. We're not together. But this group right here is, and I'm happy for it. It's more mixed up now. Okay. Back then it wasn't. It gave me the EBGBs. All right, listen. This video brew light sis. Listen. No, you can't see your email. Listen, you know what we're dealing. We're dealing with the devil. This is his systems. Sometimes I cannot read things that are on there that you guys could be typing. I can't see it. And it ain't just me. There's other people who can, like a new ha when she's on, she tells the same thing. She says, "Oh, that I mentioned this person's name or that person's name." You can sit there. So you know, you can sit there. Um, you could, like she said, "Oh, you mentioned this guy's name or this guy lady's name, Hebrew's name," and she, I don't see it because they do that. You know, we could even have more views and more subscribers. They hide the numbers because again, they want to make it. They want to marginalize us, make us seem like you guys are not important. It's a little tiny group. Nah, we're the most important. It's in their book that they got on their shelf collecting dust. uh, I was gonna put another thumbnail. I was gonna put this thumbnail, and this was the thumbnail that sparred me to make this video. It's gonna be short. We're at 11 minutes, and it's okay. Those other people didn't come in and watch it later. You, this is a chance for us to convocate, get together. Hebrews of like mind, not Messianic Hebrews, Torah and Tanakh Israelites. And for anybody who's going to watch this video later when I upload it, which will be very shortly, this is a Torah and Tanakh Hebrew Israelite channel. We're not Messianics. We're not Negro Christians. We don't believe in the New Testament. We don't believe in their fake Jesus, Serapis Crustus, Ptolemy, pale Pharaoh that came in with Alexander the Great when they stormed Egypt and took over Egypt. We don't believe in none of that. I don't bother reading the other books because you guys don't know even the main book, which is the Tanakh, Torah, Nevi'im, Ketuvim. Yeah, people trying to let me read the book of Enoch. Well, tell me where the papyruses are of that. If you got this much of papyrus, how's the book of Enoch 300 pages or 200 something, 300 pages? Where's the extra stuff on that? Listen, they're making shit up. And it's easy to detect if you know the scripture. A lot of you guys, not talking to you guys on the live chat, you really don't know the book. You know a little bit of the book. That's why when you can read the book of Enoch, you don't see lies in there because you don't know, you don't have the foundation, the full foundation. Just like when you read the Apocrypha. Yeah, it got some good stuff. It's to fool you. And they plagiarizing the Old Testament, it's not anyway. And then when they got that crazy stuff in there, or you can't recognize it because you don't know your book. That's why we shouldn't really be dealing with other books. Get your book down packed. Then you could freelance and check things out. I check other things out because that's what's going to make you smarter. But you got to have your foundation. But anyway, this is the thumbnail I wanted to use. This is what made me make this video. And this is our situation. Look at it. And this is our situation. And read it. You see that picture? You see that picture? What does that picture represent? You see that photo? Read it. All we have to do is stand up and their little game is over. All we have to do is stand up and their little game is over. If you watch, for you people that, Jason, what's up, my brother? Listen, if you watch my last video exposing the 18 billion trillion lie of the pale-faced demons, their George Washington is Negro. In their books, you just don't know about the books. You're too busy with TikTok and Instagram and video games and going to work and paying bills. You're not going to find any of that stuff. Mount Rushmore is Negroes, guys. The Patriots are Negro people. The liberation from England is Negro people, against Negro people in England. They lie to you about everything. So that's why we're under the table and they're eating, gaining in riches, buying Bitcoin, selling Bitcoin, and you're the legs under the table while they feast on you and me. And stole our culture totally. They're identity bandits. For you people that are going to watch this video later that are heathen Gentiles, the true physical Israelites are the Negroes that have been scattered to the four corners of this flat earth, who only suffer the curses of Deuteronomy 28 and Leviticus 26. No other people suffer the curses. We have imposters out there saying that they're the Israelites. They don't fulfill not one of the curses. Only the Negroes. Types. Not just in America, in the Dominican Republic, in Mexico, in China, and all over. The Negroes are all over. They hide them in those other countries because they're trying to, of course, lie again. And in the other countries, they are the table. Just like in the Americas, in the Western Hemisphere, you are their table. And in those other countries I mentioned, in all the countries of the world, because when you read Ezekiel 36, the Most High said, He has put us in almost every country of the world. And the Negro types are the table, bottom of the table, their table, where they're eating and gaining wealth and power and prestige, and you're under the table. But the Most High has said it in His Word. And it's basically summarized as this cartoon photo, which is 100% truth. All we have to do is stand up and their little game is over. And the Most High told you the game plan of making it all over with. And I'm going to read it to you right now, show you this picture again. Again, this is what I want to make the thumbnail, but you know, I don't want the ACLU coming, hey, he's trying to be racist again and whatever. So here we go. Deuteronomy chapter 30. You could join with me if you would like. Deuteronomy chapter 30. I wrote it down because I only brought all my notebooks with me, which is the Tanakh in video form. So, you know, I use the online Tanakh version on the computer, but I ain't switching back and forth to mess our live stream up. So I wrote Deuteronomy 30 totally. And another verse I'm going to read, share with you. Let's eat of the scroll. Deuteronomy chapter 30, starting in verse 1. And it will be when all these things come upon you, the blessings and the curse, which I have set before you, that you will consider in your hearts among all the nations where the Lord your God has banned. I told you we're in all the nations. We ain't just in America. Our people are even in Africa. We're not African, but our people are in Africa. Europeans. We're all over. Verse 2, Deuteronomy. And you will return to the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, and you will listen to his voice according to all that I have commanded you this day and your children. I know a lot of your children are hard-headed. I got 4 of them, and 2 of them are hard-headed. Then the Lord your God will bring back your exile, and he will have mercy upon you. So you won't be that table anymore that I just showed you. He will once again gather you from all the nations where the Lord your God had dispersed you in that slavery, because you don't listen, you don't want to keep the commandments. And you want to live like these heathen number 6s. You want to take their gods like Jesus and Islam and Buddha and all that stuff. So he dispersed you. Verse 4 of Deuteronomy 30. Even if your exile are at the end of the heavens, the Lord your God will gather you from there, and he will take you from there. And the Lord your God will bring you to the land which your forefathers possessed, and you too will possess of it, and he will do good to you. So you're wondering why we don't get that much good. We don't listen. We want to live like the heathens. We can't live like the heathens. He didn't create us to be. He created us to be a priestly nation, his only priestly nation on the earth, his only chosen people on the earth, his only servants, his only witnesses. You know where all those are at, where I'm mentioning. I'm not just coming from my head. You know right where those verses are. But you want to live as a bottom feeder, as a heathen. I'm gonna just live and do and eat anything I want, do anything I want, observe anything I want. Now you know what's happening to you. I know you guys in the live chat already know that, but for the ones that just coming across my video and watching it, you don't have a clue. And he will do good to you, and he will circumcise your heart and the heart of your offspring, so that you may love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul for the sake of your life. That's what you guys don't realize. Number one, when it says Lord and God, the heathens use Lord and God too. But there's only one Lord and God. That's the Ancient of Days. That's the one found in Exodus 3:14, who told Moses to tell Pharaoh, when he was telling him to release my people, that I am that I am. Tell him I am have sent you. There's none other. He's the issue in Hosea 2. There's none else. So that you may love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul for the sake of your life. Not just your physical life, your spiritual life. Some people don't believe that there's nothing left. You're going to just die and just crumble up into dirt. The worms are going to come from in, would eat you from in to out. And that's it. You have a soul. And I already told you that. I already explained this to you in my last video. We're going to do it real quick right now. I'm going to tell you that there's two parts of you that you don't even realize. You think there's only one part. And it's going to be easily demonstrated by this. I'm going to think of a word right now. I know what word I'm going to think of. And I want you to say that word without saying it with your mouth. Just say it in your head. You know that a normal person can only hear things audibly through his ears, because the ear, you have mechanisms in your ear that translates the frequency and vibration from the words that come out of your mouth. That's how you hear. Look at you. I'm talking to you right now. You're hearing the words. They're turning into vibrations. Vibrations are hitting your eardrums, and it's creating the word. But I'm going to show you, like I showed you in that last video, I want you to say the word beer. You know, beer, like a beer bottle. Say beer bottle without saying it with words. Say it in your mind right now. And tell me if you hear it. Say it right now. I'm going to say it right now. Say it right now without using your mouth. Say that in your mind and tell me if you hear it too. I'm going to say it right now. I heard beer bottle. Did you hear beer bottle? Did you hear beer bottle in your head? You didn't speak it. You didn't use your mouth. That's showing you have two aspects of yourself. You have a physical aspect and a spiritual aspect. Because only in the physical, the only way you would hit, you have a deaf person, somebody that can't talk, they talk, I'm not making fun of them, but they go, because they can't speak. Right? And when you're talking to them, they can't hear unless you're doing sign language to them, because they can't hear it. But you just did something. You said beer bottle without using your mouth, and you actually heard it like if somebody did say it to you, because you have two aspects of yourself. You have a physical aspect and a spiritual aspect. So when the Most High says, so that you may love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, for the sake of your life, sake of your physical life, and the sake of your spiritual life. I just told you, I just demonstrated to you, you have two lives going on. Some people don't think you got two. They think you only got one life, just a physical life. They're going to find out. The world's going to find out at the end you got a spiritual life. That's your real essence, and that's not going to live, because you're going to destroy it by not wanting to keep the commandments, not fearing the Most High, keeping His commandments. Verse 7 of Deuteronomy number 30, and the Lord your God will place all these curses upon your enemies and upon your adversaries who pursue you. You wonder why they're still pursuing us. You wonder why. Hold on. You wonder why that you're the bottom foundation structure of their table, that they're eating from you, they're gaining riches, power, prestige, and so forth and so on. You wonder why. In Deuteronomy is telling you, in the book of Deuteronomy 30 is telling you, all you got to do, like the photo saying to you, all you have to do is stand up. You have to stand up in the law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High commanded you. And you haven't stood up yet. You haven't stood up yet. And since you haven't stood up yet, hold on. This is why Deuteronomy 7 hasn't come to us, or in the entirety. Deuteronomy 30, verse 7, and the Lord your God will place all these curses upon your enemies and upon your adversaries who pursue you. That's why you're the table, the foundation of their table where they're eating, excuse me, eating and drinking and investing in the stocks and gaining wealth and power, and you're just going down and down. Verse 8 of Deuteronomy 30, and you will return, listen, Deuteronomy 30, verse 8, and you will return and listen to the voice of the Lord and fulfill all his commandments which I command you this day. And the Lord your God will make you abundant for good in all the work of your hands, in the fruit of your womb, in the fruit of your livestock, and in the fruit of your soil. For the Lord will once again rejoice over you for good, as he rejoiced over your forefathers. You won't be that table. When you obey the Lord your God to observe his commandments and his statutes written in this Torah scroll, and when you return to the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, for the commandment which I command you this day is not concealed from you, nor is it far from you. A lot of you Negroes, I can't understand it. It's too hard. Talking in parables and whatever. I know why, because it says in Isaiah 44, it says, for they have not known or understood. He has blinded their eyes so they can't see, and their ears so they can't hear. It says in Jeremiah 50, he says, I will pardon those who I will allow to survive. So when you see your mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, mothers, and wives, they don't got a clue. They think what you're saying is Chinese, is because he blinded their eyes. They don't understand. But for you, that he has given sight, maybe your eyes open this much. Open them up more, because he says, for this commandment, which I command you this day, is not concealed. So stop thinking in your mind it's concealed. It's not concealed from you, nor is it far away. It is not in the heaven that you should say, who will go up to heaven for us and fetch it for us, to tell it to us so that we can fulfill it. Nor is it beyond the sea that you should say, who will cross to the other side of the sea for us and fetch it for us, to tell it to us so that we can fulfill it. Chica, can you make my 2 sandwiches? Okay, forget it. No, I'll do it soon as I'm done. Verse 14 of Deuteronomy 30, rather this thing is very close to you. It is in your mouth and in your heart so that you can fulfill it. Stop saying, I can't understand it. I'm so bored. It's boring. Rather, this thing is very close to you. That's why you ain't going to have an excuse at that last day. You're not going to have an excuse. And we're living in the last days. I don't know exactly when, but we're living in the last times. You ain't going to have an excuse, because Deuteronomy just told you, and I'm telling you in this video right now, why you're the table. Rather, this thing is very close to you. It is in your mouth when you read it, and in your heart so that you can fulfill it. Behold, I have set before you today life and good, and death and evil. Inasmuch as I command you this day to love the Lord your God, to walk in his ways, and to observe his commandments, his statutes, and his ordinances, keep the statutes, commandments, and ordinances. You know, you have the sacrificial law, the dietary law, the ceremonial laws, and the civil laws. Keep them. Inasmuch as I command you this day to love the Lord your God, to walk in his ways, and to observe his commandments, his statutes, and his ordinances, so that you will live and increase. That's why you haven't lived and increased. It's not going to be totally, you're going to have ups and downs. Because remember, because some of you guys, everything what I'm saying, take it with balance. Don't take it without balance, because sometimes when somebody dies, you can say, oh, that's a no good nigger. That's why he died. No, the Most High takes people away when he feels like taking them away, not because they did evil, because he said, you know, I don't want them to walk around this, because he looks at us in an undefiled state when you read Hosea chapter 2, no, Haggai chapter 2. He said, you know, this guy, like Enoch, I'm going to take him away. So it's not always sin. Have balance with your mind. Have balance. This wicked nigger or niggeress for you female Hebrew Israelites. Oh, you must have did something wrong. That's like Job's friends coming to him and saying, well, you lost everything. You got boils on yourself. Your house, everything was stolen. You're sick. Your wife's telling you just curse the Most High and die. Well, Job is one of the perfect guys, nigga. Most High tests you. So your whole life is not going to be all perfect. But if you want a sense of life and increase, inasmuch as I command you this to the degree that the Most High has, because Jeremiah 29, he said he has a plan for your life. It ain't going to be all perfect. It's going to be his plan. And whatever his plan is to get you to where spiritual level you need to be, that's what it's going to be. So stop thinking like a regular Negro on the street. Oh, you did something. Oh, you're cursed. No, not necessarily if you're keeping the commandments. You're cursed if you don't. Inasmuch as I command you this day to love the Lord your God, to walk in his ways, and to observe his commandments, his statutes, and his ordinances, so that you will live and increase, and the Lord your God will bless you in the land to which you are coming to possess of it. But if your heart deviates, I'm going to say it again. If your heart deviates and you do not listen, and you will be drawn astray, and you will prostrate yourself to other deities, other gods, and serve them, I declare to you this day that you will surely perish, and that you will not live long days on the land to which you are crossing the Jordan to come and take possession thereof. This day I call upon the heaven and earth as witnesses that I have warned you. Here at Hilo Island 2, a new Yeshurun Israel, I'm giving you the same warning as Deuteronomy 30 that Moses did. This day I call upon the heaven and the earth as witnesses that I have warned you. I have set before you life and death, the blessings and the curses. You shall choose life so that you and your offspring will live. To love the Lord your God, to listen to his voice, and to cleave to him. Not cleave to TikTok and Instagram and your bank account and, you know, your family. You can love them, but, you know, have balance with it. And your society and your success and your house and your cars and to love the Lord your God, to listen to his voice, and to cleave to him, not cleave to anything else. Cleave to him, for that is your life. Your family, you can love them, but that's not your life. Your job, they pay you good or medium enough to live, that's not your life. Your nice car, your cool car you like, that's not your life. Your house, your furniture, your stocks, your graduation diplomas, that's not your life. Your friendship, your popularity, that is not your life. Your possessions, your money, that's not your life. Your Bitcoin, that's not your life. To love the Lord your God, to listen to his voice, and to cleave to him, for that is your life. For that is your life. For that is your life. And to the length of your days, to dwell on the land which the Lord swore to your forefathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob, to give to them and to his for his seed. Now I just added the seed, but you know that's the case. When you read Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 15 and down. And I will close with this. 1 Samuel chapter 7, verse 3. 1 Samuel chapter 7, verse 3. And Samuel said to all the house of Israel, not to part of it, to all of it. And Samuel said to all the house of Israel, saying, if with all your heart you are returning to the Lord, remove the foreign gods from your midst and the Ashtoreths, and direct your heart toward the Most High and serve him alone. Direct your heart toward the Lord and serve him alone. No Jesus, no Serapis, no Ptolemy, who is the Jesus, who's the Serapis, who's the Zeus. Remove the foreign gods from your midst and the Ashtoreths, and direct your heart towards the Lord and serve him alone, and he will save you from the hands of the Philistines. He will save you from the pale heathen Gentiles, number sixes. The devil that the Bible speaks of. He will save you from all the heathens. He will save you from the boss who you pray every night that the Most High strikes him dead. He will he will he will save you from that wicked Karen and Bob that you pray that lightning strikes them. he will he will he will save you from all your enemies, aka the ones you see in this photo. The ones you see in this photo. All we have to do is stand up in the Most High's Torah, Naveen, Ketuvim, which is called the Tanakh, and keep his statutes, commandments, and know his judgments. And then you will no longer be the table legs, the foundation of their tables, where they're eating off of you, increasing off of you, abusing you, debasing you. All you have to do is stand up. This is a new Yeshua Israel. Hebrew on the island too. When are you going to stop being the foundation of their table? All right, let me read a couple of these things if they're there, and we'll call it quits. Okay, see, Jason said, I'm not sure if you're on to. Well, I'm not sure, but that's why I try to keep it. I try to watch like that photo that I showed you the table. I wanted that to be my footstool, but the J-ish people may say, "Oh, that's the." And it's just not them; it's all the heathens. I'm not racist. Racist, you need power. I don't have any power to make them not eat, take their jobs away, give them jobs, incarcerate them. Nothing. That's not power. You listen. You got to get out of their paradigm. Everything they say is lies, and I'm not down with it. We're the Hebrew Israelites. We are the peculiar treasure of the Most High. We're the apple of his eye. We're above all people upon the face of the earth. And if that sounds racist to you, you guy, whoever or woman got a problem with it, take it up with the Most High. It's in the scripture. A lot of you guys do not know the scripture. You never passed Hebrew 101. You don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And it sounds like a personal problem. Okay. They're super racist down here. Yep, that's why I don't like the South. I don't like the South. I don't like none this. I don't like none of it. I'll sum it up. I don't like none of it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where Nuha is. I texted twice, called it, but I know she'll watch it later. Uh, yeah, I don't know what happened to her. But she's busy. But she's a trooper though. She'll be on it. She'll be in the comment section. All right, all right, Jason. Daughter, wife, and mother, I've never forgot that our people are so lost. My fellow black students were mad, saying, "Why is she mad at white folks?" I seen shows on Indiana sundown towns. Yep, yep, like Texas. Yes, some evil that befalls you is a test, maybe even a test of character, not always because you were evil. Yep. I understand back then, but I understand more now. She used to tell us, watch those white folks. Her name was Miss Ralph. Miss Ralph was a very smart, intelligent negrita. in the in the more country part, it's definitely real, Jason. Brother, we have some stories. I know you do. That's why I like to be around. That's why I moved to this Dominican Republic because there's more people my complexion. And I'm not even this dark. I'm lighter, lighter, lighter as it goes on and on. I'm lighter, lighter. I'm only dark because I got melanin in myself. When I go on this hot Dominican sun, I get brown. I get roasted brown. But I'm really a golden Hebrew Israelite. If you saw my ladies, you're like, damn, that nigga's like. Anyway, let me see. Let me get back to the comments because the comments mean a lot, and I read them. And we're convocating now. Anybody got a problem with it? Get off my channel or get on with it. No, you get on. You get on and get out of the channel. I ain't looking for subscribers. Somebody wants to be a subscriber, great. Don't don't let the door hit you in the ass. I never forgot that our people are so lost. Okay, facts, test. Okay, more for choosing Israel. Yep, thinking most how you choosing Israel. And somebody said to me, a Messianic Hebrew said, "What's your name?" I said, "A new yes from Israel." And my government name and my Irish type name, JB, the Jebu, the Jacobite type name. Yeah, but no. Don't you know your name Anu is like those Egyptian gods or whatever? I said, listen, nigga, everybody copies the Hebrew Israelites. I didn't take my name from Anu or whatever that god is, whatever. No. When you look in the modern Hebrew, I can't spell it right. I don't know how to spell their, I only know Phoenician grammar. In their modern Hebrew grammar, Anu sounds like the word meek in modern Hebrew. When you tell them, you tell one of those Jewish people or Israeli people, say meek in Hebrew. They should be telling you Anu. So that's why I named myself, because I know names mean something. Anu means meek. I want to be meek because I've read the scripture. And Yeshurum means the upright. The meek and upright of Israel. Anu Yeshurum Israel, the meek and upright of Israel. That's where I want to be. That's why I pray every day that the Most High gives me the ability to live out my name. All right, let me get back. I get off on a tangent sometimes. Lawn, she told us about the Klan burning crosses on our lawn from passing cars walking to school, lynching. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whole mess. Yeah. Judgment is near, correct? Used to go horror she witnessed. Yep, I can believe it. In my job, I saw horrors. Ooh, it's crazy. Good video, brother. Rasta man. Judgment is coming. Midwest, bro. A lot of our people are rebellious, and it will take us to open their eyes. Yep. We deserve to know our history and that we can have a chance to go home, our land. Yep. Buffering. You need to. Okay. I ain't buffering on this side. I read your comments. Always interested in what my Hebrew brothers say. And until next time, the Tav, 400 numeric value of the Phoenician alphabet means purity, unity, becoming one. 400 in the Babylonian Hebrew means the covenantal signature. Let's recapture, let's take back our things. They stole everything from us. This is a new year from Israel. Hebrew on the islands too. Until next time. Hello, and how you doing, bot, robot? You want to know so bad what this tiny, whiny, little tiny Hebrew Torah Israelite channel and my illustrious brothers and sisters who are loved by the Most High are talking about and convocating about? Yeah. Bye.